Hi, I'm Michael Hadfield and I want to talk to you about energy centers or chakras. Now you hear some strange claims about the power of these chakras. I've heard that they can do anything from improving your love life to helping you to attract greater wealth. The idea behind them is that we are made of energy. And science pretty much supports this because all matter is energy. What science doesn't support is the idea that we have these little whirlpools of energy at specific locations on our physical bodies, and that these whirlpools connect us to everything else and are our real source of nourishment in life. These energy centers, it seems, draw to us what we need and desire, as long as they are open. Problems occur when they are closed down or sluggish, because that starves us of the spiritual nourishment we need to receive in order to be whole, fully alive, healthy and happy. Now, I don't know about you, but for me there are a few problems standing in the way of taking chakras seriously. For a start, they're invisible. The only reason we know they exist is because other people say they exist. And we all know there are crazy people in the world. And I wonder if they can really influence stuff like relationships, finances, health and happiness, because it all seems just a little bit far-fetched. The fact that we can't see them isn't too much of a problem, because there's plenty of invisible stuff we know exists. But what I find more difficult to deny is my own personal experience. And my own personal experience strongly suggests that the presence of chakras could very well be a reality. You see, many years ago I discovered that I had some healing ability. And while I was exploring that, I read some stuff about chakras being the focus of physical well-being. You couldn't see them, but they were there. It sounded to me just as crazy an idea as me holding my hands above someone's body and their pain easing. But that was happening, even though it made no sense to me. So next time I had a patient in, I had them lie down and I got my pendulum out and held it over the places where these chakras were supposed to be. And to my amazement, it would spin round. And I also noticed as I moved away from the chakras, the pendulum would drag a little bit as though it was reluctant to go. All this I found a little bit odd. Also, the spin would be different over each location. Sometimes it was fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes there was no movement at all. That was when I wondered whether this was just all imaginary stuff. But sometimes the spin was vigorous, and occasionally it went the opposite way round to the way all the others were going round. So what I did was, when the spin wasn't fast, I'd work on that area until my pendulum was spinning at the same rate as for the other chakras. And my patient would report immediate changes in their body. A pain or stiffness would ease, mood would improve, and they always left feeling very much better than when they arrived. So even though it doesn't make much sense, chakras, it seems, might well be an invisible reality. Now there are two ways to tackle problems. The first, and this is the one that Western medicine makes the most use of, is to deal with symptoms. So if you've got cancer, they cut it out. If you're worried, they medicate you so your emotional system shuts down. Or maybe if you're just fed up, you go out and buy some alcohol, and for a little while everything is numbed. But the problem isn't really solved. This approach has always troubled me because it doesn't really seem to fix anything. The other solution is to find the cause and deal with that. So now all we need to do is see what problems this knowledge can help us solve. My work with chakras has healed people of minor physical problems or eased their discomfort. But I think the greatest potential benefit of working with chakras comes from how they connect us emotionally to each other and the rest of reality. This is the aspect of the whole thing that fascinates me. You can think of the chakra as a sort of valve that controls the energy we receive from the universe. Each chakra controls specific areas of the body and the emotional self. The chakra also connects us emotionally to our external reality. When all the chakras are operating normally, we are healthy and fit, both emotionally and physically. When one chakra is not functioning properly, closed, sluggish, or reversed spin, then we suffer problems in one or more areas of our body and our lives. This is why it's possible for chakras to have an impact on such diverse aspects of our lives as physical health, relationships, and finances. And when we have a reversed spin, then instead of pulling energy in to nourish us, we push it out, and so we no longer receive input from the world. And the world we see out there is our own inner world, projected outside of ourselves. Having said all that, the only thing that really matters is how you can use a knowledge of these energy centres to make a difference to your life. Otherwise it's all just theoretical, isn't it? So have a think about what you'd like to change. And as I go through each chakra in turn, see if you can identify any problem areas, so you'll know which of your chakras to focus on. There are 7 major chakras, and they're all aligned with the spine. They have weird Sanskrit names, and more sensible English names too, but the Sanskrit names I think maintain that nice sense of strangeness. Now I'll go quickly through them and help you to identify whether or not you might have a problem in one or more of these areas. And the first chakra is the root chakra or Muladhara. It's located at the base of your spine. Physically it affects the lower back, legs, feet and immune system. Psychologically it has an impact on your ability to succeed and attain goals. Spiritually it's about finances and sense of well-being. That this is the place of connection to physical reality, which is how the finance thing comes in and works with that. Next up is Svadhisthana, or the sacral chakra. This is located in the lower abdomen, round about the area of the top of the pubic bone. It covers your back and sexual organs. Psychologically, it's about emotional stability, intimacy and sex. And the spiritual perspective is your creativity and your ability to focus on the present moment. Moving up, we come to Manipura, or the solar plexus chakra, located around the area of the navel, physically impacting stomach, digestion and joints. This is if you have problems like arthritis. Psychologically, self-esteem and confidence, and spiritually, decisiveness and your ability to follow your own path regardless of what others think. Moving on up, we come to the central chakra, Anahata, or the heart chakra. This is located in the centre of the chest, around the area of your physical heart. Physically, it covers heart, lungs and shoulders. Psychologically, this is the main emotional centre. And spiritually, it is about self-acceptance and personal freedom. Also, Anahata is the link between the lower, more physically connected chakras and the upper, more spiritually connected chakras. Next is the throat chakra, located obviously in the throat. Physically it covers the throat, mouth and thyroid gland. Psychologically it's about your comfort with your own ideas, a conversation, the ability to speak your mind and share your own truth. Spiritually it's about a lack of concern with material security. Then up to the centre of the forehead we come to Ajna, or the third eye chakra. Physically it affects the head, psychologically mood states and peace of mind, and spiritually, if this chakra is open and operating normally, you're comfortable with physical reality and your intuitive abilities are working very well indeed. Finally we come to Sahasrara, or the crown chakra. This is located just above the crown of the physical head actually in the aura. Physically, it has an impact on the muscular and skeletal system and the skin. Psychologically, it's about general emotional well-being. And spiritually, it is that sense of connection and feeling that life has purpose. So what if all of your relationship, financial, emotional and health problems could be influenced just by changing the state of these invisible energy valves? Then I guess the most important thing right now would be to find out how easy it is to do. Maybe clearing blocked chakras will allow you to take back control of your life and free yourself up to see more clearly and make more appropriate choices. There are many ways to clear blocked chakras: meditation, chanting, visiting a healer who specializes in this, using appropriate crystals, visualization, or even just following a guided meditation. You can even use a pendulum yourself to discover the state of each of your chakras. And that's pretty much it. If you'd like some more information, then please visit my website at www.hypnosiseasy.com/chakra.